If you enjoy watching Common Ground online, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution at lptv.org. Common Ground is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Rachel Johnson. Thanks for joining us on Common Ground. In this week's episode, Bemidji artists join students from the Rail River Folk School in painting a mural for the school's community garden. Explore the history and take a tour of the Farmers Independent in Bagley, the last cooperative newspaper in Minnesota. But first, we tag along with Craig Myran, a hobbyist photographer from Bemidji who explores nature from macro extreme close-ups to landscapes.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. There's so much light out here, it's really nice. Just like the way that shadows are coming off that tree right there. You know, like getting that shadow in there, and then using the circular polarizer to kind of block off some of the blues coming out, pop out those clouds a little bit. And then the lake right there, the horizon. If the subject is taller than it is wide, then using a portrait composition, such as that tree right there. And if I want to get into landscape mode, getting down a little bit. That's the nice thing about doing photography too, you know, you can get a different view on stuff. Don't be afraid to lay down on the ground, get some of that grass as part of the foreground element, or just being silly, you know, just who knows what you'll come up with if you just shoot from the chest, you know. Sometimes you get the horizon off a little bit, and you can always bring in a Photoshop or something and change it up, or GIMP, which is a free program. But I always say that the best shots should come out of the camera like you want them to be. You can't make something that's a horrible photo out of camera into anything decent with Photoshop, in my opinion. Some people can turn into something artsy, but I like getting something really nice right out here, and that's why I like using the circular polarizer here. Blocks off a lot of the reflections. You get really nice deep hues when you use it. One of the nice things to do actually is to go out and not have your camera with. I wanted to see a little bit of the destruction that happened in a recent storm. And take a few shots of that. And you know, a lot of the trees have been there for so long, but I was thinking to myself, well, look at all these new views we get. Just like this park right now has a couple of trees missing, and I got a better view of the temple over there, Wild Rose Theater. Okay, another nice thing is just to come out and take photos, because you never know what might happen. This is awesome. That's great. That's why I like photography. You go out and something's going to happen that you can take a photo of. I gotta get a nice shot of this down here. Turned out pretty nice. Well, yeah, if you go out with the intent of taking a photo, something will pop out at you. It's got to, there's so many composition. You just turn around, there's all sorts of it. You got these two trees right there. This Bemidji is really beautiful. I mean, there's so many photographic opportunities around here. It's beautiful. I don't think I'd ever want to leave because of that. I mean, I really should get out to go someplace else to visit, get some mountains shots, or never been to the ocean. I'd like to go to the ocean, get some shots there. Since I'm an early person, so I get up early in the morning. I like to catch different sunrises. Some of the other shots I like are like really close-up insect shots. I'll take one of my adapters, and that allows me to do this. And it's about the oddest kind of photo you see here is lens turned around backwards. And then shots I could pull off are getting really close to the zipper here perhaps. Maybe I want a zipper shot for some odd reason. And get pretty close to it. I don't know how well you can see down there. And get a really close shot of the zipper or something. Insects are obviously harder. They don't stay in place like the zipper did. But when you can get a really nice shot of it, it really makes me happy. You know, hardest thing about getting insects though is getting a unique view of them, considering they're so small that when you get up close to them, you're still looking at the same angle, and that's the whole thing with photos is make a really nice photo, you want to get a view that you normally don't see. That's why you just don't want to get a picture of a tree like that. Nice thing would be to get a really down low one like this, you know, you could get up and see the branches up there, get the sun coming up. How that sun is right now, I could come over and walk up until I'm in the shade, find a nice branch to cover up the sun with. I usually switch it to aperture f16. F16 will allow me to get a nice star shape coming out of the sun. If I can hit the branch right away. If that turned out. Yep, and then get a nice little star shape at f16. Those are some of my favorite shots too, especially with portraits. Here are some of the better photos I've taken. I was going to work when I noticed that it was overly foggy everywhere. So I decided to take a cruise down to Cameron Park in Bemidji. When I got down to Cameron Park, there's a tree at the end over by the beach. And I got it enshrouded with fog. It looked so beautiful, and it was such a constrictive feeling fog that I wanted to have the branches of the tree actually touch the edges of the frame, which a lot of people will say is a no-no, but I have artistic license. I wanted to have that. So it's one of my favorite photos, actually. It has nice leading lines up to it, the cement curb going up towards the tree. It's got a little fence in the background, but it's such heavy fog. It was so beautiful. I'm glad I was there. I've never really been afraid of bees. I find that a person who swats at bees is the one who gets stung. Trees don't swat at bees, and bees land on trees and they don't try to sting the tree, so I feel like I should be a tree. But I've always liked bees, and so I try to get shots of up-close bees. And when you're reversing a lens, you're getting within millimeters of these insects, and generally people would be afraid of doing that with a bee. Well, this shot of a bee, while it's in flight, I tried to make it look more like a painting, so I did a slower shutter speed, enough for its wings to be blurred like you see. I just wanted to have one of an actual bee flying around a flower. I'm not sure what kind of flower it is. It might be a clover for all I know. As I take more photos, if I don't know what the photo is, I always go online. There's a few different websites where you can submit photos, like Bug Guide, and there's a couple other ones for flowers and stuff that will ID it for you. There's a lot of people that are into those kind of subjects, and they'll let me know what kind of stuff there are, and then once I learn them, I can teach other people, hey, that's a so-and-so flower, that's a so-and-so insect. And this shot is of a really close-up mosquito. It's a very difficult shot to pull off, as it was actually drawing blood from my left arm, and I had to do the reverse lens macro with one hand the other direction. You can see the blood going through its needle, And you can see the blood going through there, a couple of blood sacs on the side for some reason or another. I don't know what they're for, but it's a shot of a mosquito you generally don't see and probably don't want to see. One of the neat photos that I found was actually taken when I got lost. Buddy and I were driving around and I was trying to show him my uncle's old paper route out by Solway. But I was used to seeing these roads at night, and we were there during the day and we got lost, and we were driving down this road when I noticed that as the road went off in the distance, the sun was hitting it just right and the trees kept growing up around the road as you went down further. It was a really, really beautiful shot, and I wouldn't have gotten it had I not got lost. So sometimes it's just nice to go get lost to take a photo. There's just millions and millions of shots once you get into photography. I started this basically in 2009 after my father passed away is when I picked it up. I figured it was a way to deal with the pain that I felt, and so I picked it up. I'd done photography a little bit before, you know, I had a little point and shoot already by that point, but I decided to get this camera here from a local store. And I've been shooting so many photos per day. I think I said it was about 80 shots a day since August 2010 when I bought the camera. So it's around 52,000 photos or so. And I figured that the more you practice, the more you shoot, the better you get at something. If you find one little thing you like to do, focus on that a lot more. If you want to learn photography, the best way to learn photography is to pick up a camera and go take photos.
I am Adeline Belts from Bagley, and I am here today to introduce you to the book that I have written about the history of our local newspaper, the Farmers Independent. I was employed here first as a bookkeeper right out of high school, but it didn't take me long to realize that I liked machinery, and the linotype really looked intriguing to me. So I learned how to run the linotype, and I did that. I worked here for 20 years, and most of the time, half time as linotype operator and half time as bookkeeper. This is the copy of the Farmers Independent that I found in my trunk, and it's volume 1, number 2, dated December 5, 1918. And it looks very different from what our newspaper is today. Well, when I found this, I'm kind of into history anyway, and so this just added with the pictures that I found and the other information that I found here at the Independent and at my home, just kind of added all up to one topic, and I could see it all put together in a chronological order to show the comings and goings of a local newspaper when it started out very early, and then went on through its history. It was interesting to see the differences.
I'm Tom Burford. I'm the manager and editor of the Farmers Independent, the only co-op newspaper in the state of Minnesota. Today is just give you what I call the nickel tour of the Farmers Publishing Company, and we'll start at the front office, where people come in through the front door. Okay, right here they'll come in and we'll wait on them at the counter, and then the process is news items go into that tray there for the typesetter. Printing items go over here. We take in advertising, job printing orders. We do everything from envelopes to books, and the newspaper is very labor intensive, so we have people sending us information all the time, and we have stringers that report for us, so there's a lot of coming and going. This is our ad compositor, Jessica Broughton. She does different types of setup for advertising. This is Tricia Matheson. She's in charge of our job work production, but today she's inserting flyers into our weekly shopper. which reaches every box in the county via the mail. And back here is where we have a lot of our machinery for basically bindery equipment. This is a hydraulic paper cutter, and no home is complete without one of these. This is a paper drill that it's so old we can't even get the parts for it anymore, which is one reason we bought our new drill. But I think this actually predates the probably early 20s. This is a high-powered stitcher. We can do side stitching and saddle stitching on booklets. Actually an old numbering machine, but also does perforating. We have it set up just to do perforating so that we're more efficient from one task to the next. This is a scoring machine. So if you have a booklet that needs to, or a form that needs to be folded very neatly, you just, and it's heavy stock, you just crease it with this and then it folds up in a perfect line. But in the interest of efficiency, we just have it do scoring. And this is a numbering machine. We use it for forms, raffle tickets, and basically it's a digital control. This is a modern piece of equipment that everything is push button operated. It's not always as simple as it sounds because machinery will always throw you a curveball. This piece of equipment we just keep on for museum purposes, plus the fact that it's so heavy we'll never get it through the doorway. It's a Heidelberg platen press manufactured in Germany many years ago. It's got to be over 50 years old. It came in pieces and was assembled on site many years ago. That's the only way they could move anything like that and get it into the building. I don't have the original manual on hand right now, but the manual itself is in German, so it's kind of hard to follow it. Right here we have a folding machine, and basically its job is to fold papers. In this area here we have our bound volumes. These are annual volumes of the newspaper through the years, and the earliest volume we have is 1919 and 1920 combined, so there's not a full year of 1919 in there. Anything before that we don't have. And it goes all the way up to, we have them all the way up through 2011. And every year we do this and keep adding to our library. Fairly often we have people that come in here, they want to find some history from their family, and they'll look in these old books. And I always tell them, if you don't concentrate on what you're doing, you'll be here all day because some of the stories in those old days are so interesting.
I think in the next few years we're going to see an awful lot of difference in the support of local newspapers, especially in newspapers all over the United States. It's a real turning point with computers and online and all of this support. It's going to be a way different thing, and I don't know what that's going to be. But there's going to be a lot of machinery changing, and we won't even recognize a newspaper as we see it today.
I'm Simone Senegals. I work at the Indigenous Environmental Network's Food Sovereignty program here in Bemidji. And today we are at the Rail River Folk School for Sustainable Mondays. And our focus today is art in the environment. We have 3 local artists who are featured. We have Lisa Robinson, Wesley May, and Deborah Davis, who co-created a mural and sign for our community garden and beehive, which are located outside here at the folk school. Sustainable Mondays is actually a partnership that is between the Indigenous Environmental Network, the Minnesota Green Corps, and the BSU Sustainability Office, as well as Rail River Folk School. Sustainable Mondays likes to celebrate sustainability in our community, and we've done things around energy, we've done things around waste, gardening, composting, all of those things. And one of the things that are really important around all kinds of sustainability movements and activities is art. Art kind of brings beauty into our world, and we want to really celebrate today how art and the environment interact, how we can use art to celebrate the environment, how we can use art for environmental activism, for messaging around the environment, and just kind of also to sort of feed our souls and celebrate the beauty that is part of our world. This is a sign for our beehive and our We Dig It community garden. And so we just want to really let the community know that we're here, and we thought what better way than to do it with a nice, beautiful, bright colored mural and sign. You can see everyone's working on. Everyone is welcome to Sustainable Mondays, and we want to encourage our community to come here. It's a hands-on, really simple learning process. You can have a lot of knowledge about the environment and you can have none. And everyone is welcome, and you'll feel very comfortable here because it's a community event, just like this. Not all of us are artists, myself included, and so it will give everyone a chance to meet your neighbors and kind of work around and learn some things about sustainability. We have 3 local artists featured this evening from the Bemidji area. We have Deborah Davis, we have Lisa Robinson, and Wesley May. And they actually created this mural together, collaboratively, to bring a few different styles together and really kind of make it a community mural. And then of course the community itself is painting it, so there we go. People can come and help us plant our garden. We have to have help getting the soil ready, testing the soil, seeing what grows best in our climate. We have folks who can come and teach us about gardening, companion planting, how do different plants work well together, how much sun do they need, how much water do they need, all of those things that we can learn at our We Dig It community garden. At this point, we're done planting. And so they can help us tend the garden, weed the garden, learn about what's growing, watch the life cycle of the plants. We have a potato box that's really cool. It's 2 by 2 feet wide, and then it's about 5 feet tall, and it can grow about 75 to 100 pounds of potatoes. So things like that, and we are going to be doing food preservation later on around the garden. There's a lot of things that people can learn if they come. I think part of the thing about Sustainable Mondays is that it wants to celebrate the Bemidji community, the Bemidji area community, and that means all of us. And we've been fragmented in the past around different things, race, class, gender. And Sustainable Mondays, while it focuses on sustainability, it also wants to be very deliberate about bringing different folks together who might not always come together, and to really celebrate the diversity in our community and use that to build strength in our community. And the other thing too is that I think Bemidji is sort of a unique town because we're rural, and yet we're sort of the biggest city in the area, the biggest town, and we have the opportunity to really craft our community into a sustainable place to live because we're not already so built up, and yet we have resources where we are growing, and so that we want to help ourselves to grow in a sustainable way and to be a community that we can raise our children in, that's healthy, that's equitable, that has affordable food, and where people can be together and create art, for example.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Common Ground. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
If you have a segment idea for Common Ground pertaining to North Central Minnesota, contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. If you enjoyed this episode of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org.